After resuming trial, Johnny Depp's legal team had been doing a marvelous job in cornering Amber and her witnesses into a corner, leaving them with little to no wiggle room to defend their testimony. That is why many are expecting the same when Amber's sister Whitney Heard took the witness stand.
Growing up,
We were.
and you're still close now, right?
We are,
And you love her.
of course.
And your childhood, though, had some difficult moments, right?
It wasn't perfect.
Your father hit you and your sister.
However, things didn't unfold as planned. Many are even saying that Depp's lawyer messed up and missed the chance to establish a solid defense in their favor. So, what went wrong? And what are the possible things Johnny's team could have done to salvage the case? Let's go over them one by one. Before we jump to the bad ones, let's list down the good parts first. They actually started off pretty well by emphasizing the good relationship Whitney has with her sister's ex-husband.
And you testified that for a time you lived in the ECB penthouses with Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard.
That's correct.
And Mr. Depp owned those penthouses.
He did.
You didn't pay rent while you were living there, right?
No.
You didn't pay for any of the bills for the penthouses?
No. It's very generous.
Depp's team even got Whitney to say how generous Depp was for letting her live in one of the many penthouses he owns without paying rent or utility bills whatsoever. Depp's lawyer also created a defense around the Heard's abusive father and how this could have affected their personality growing up.
And your childhood, though, had some difficult moments, right?
It wasn't perfect.
Your father hit you and your sister at times, right?
Yes.
And your sister would protect you from that abuse when she could, wouldn't she?
We would protect each other, for sure.
Another plus point they made was bringing up the marriage counselor nicknamed Whitney has because she used to mediate for the couple whenever they have won too many fights.
You were frequently involved in their arguments, weren't you?
Yes.
In fact, you had a nickname, right?
Marriage counselor.
Yes. You often found yourself mediating disputes between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard, right?
Clearly not very well, but yes.
And when you were in that role of marriage counselor, you empathized with Mr. Depp, right?
Yes, on occasion.
Because you had a pretty good understanding of what he was going through.
However, despite all of these, they failed to expound on the main issues. For example, they seemingly forgot to make a narrative from the animal abuse accusation against Whitney, which can actually create a hole in her credibility and moral principles, which are two of the many important characteristics a believable witness should possess. There was also a moment during the cross-examination where Whitney confirmed that during the March 2013 incident where Johnny allegedly had a fight with her sister, she didn't mind spending time with Depp and even did cocaine with the actor.
You talked a little bit about the incident in March 2013, right?
Which one?
That was the one before you went to the Keith Richards
Yes.
documentary set? And you were present with Mr. Depp at Orange that day?
I was.
Didn't you do cocaine with Mr. Depp that afternoon?
Yes.
And you said Mr. Depp's already intoxicated
He was by the time I got there.
and he was fighting with your sister?
He wasn't doing much of anything. He was sat at the table. He was telling me about the fight that they had.
So
he
you'd
was
been,
kind of
you'd been
ignoring.
fighting with your sister that day when you arrived.
That was my understanding.
And you said she had a puffy face.
Yes.
And despite all of that, you decided it was a good idea to do cocaine with Mr. Depp at that juncture?
Hadn't yet connected the dots.
Depp's lawyer was able to make Whitney say this herself but didn't follow up on the matter. This could have been a pretty good defense in favor of Johnny, especially if they were able to successfully point the judge's attention to the fact that Whitney acted pretty normal with the person her sister was accusing as an abuser. Because of this, many fans are starting to get worried that this might tarnish the solid foundation Camille Vasquez laid for Depp and his team.
That's right. She's my ex-partner.
She's the one that you told this jury Mr. Depp was jealous of, right?
Yeah, well,
This is because Whitney is one of the few people who were in the front row of Johnny and Amber's relationship, which is why her cross-examination can make or break the case for either party. But fans are saying she didn't stay long enough in the witness stand, fearing a similar ruling in the UK case. This Twitter user said, "Remember, one of the main things that hurt Johnny Depp badly in the UK was the lawyers dropping the ball and omitting charitable donations. They did not challenge that when they had the chance, and it haunted them on appeal. Despite the anxiousness, some supporters are saying that Depp's team knows what they are doing. Some are capitalizing at how Johnny's legal team still looks pretty calm during the cross because they are actually saving the best for last." This fan wrote, "I think we all need to calm down, wait and see what will happen. Johnny Depp's lawyers definitely know what they should do better than us. It's not like they came up with no plans." Another brought up the possibility of a Jennifer Bull rebuttal saying, I think they are preparing or laying the foundation for Jennifer Bull to be used for rebuttal. Well, I think we just need to wait and see. How about you? Do you think Depp should have kept Vasquez for the cross, and did Johnny's lawyer really mess it up? Let us know in the comments below.